All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, also the General Seti YouTube page. Two powerhouses of Black Power information, education. You should be subscribed to both. Don't you hesitate. The link right down in the video description. All you have to do is click it. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, and you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti and General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com. Online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. We got the Moringa Detox Shea Butter. We got the Egyptian Musk Soap. We got the incense. We got it all over there. T-shirts, necklaces, African medallions, ancient Egyptian medallions. We got it all for your family. Get over there, check us out, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University. We talking about over 2,500 videos, all the subjects that you know and love, over 40 different subjects. And so we even got the grandmaster teachers. Every subject is locked and loaded with a full metal jacket, full clip. You feel me? Belt fed, or automatic ammunition just flowing everywhere. So most definitely you should have that in your treasure chest of wisdom and knowledge. There's no way you could do it without it. It's so much advanced information in all these subjects. If you intend to be on the top, then you got to be studying at Seti University, generalseti.com, period. Ain't no way around that. And everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. The poppingest page on Patreon by far. Go live. All of them are live streams that you can witness in the flesh. This is the old school Seti platform with the visuals, lecture format, of course. So you already know it's mind blowing. If that's what you want that old school, which is still new school for me. You feel what I'm saying? But for the family that want an exquisite platform and a classroom full of family that's on the same level, then Patreon most definitely is the place to be. To all the family donate to the general, I thank you. I appreciate you. All the family out there would like to donate. The link right there on the screen. It's in the chat. It's in the video description. Click it, donate. I thank you. I appreciate you, and I thank you again. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. King Seti, General Seti, Sarasun Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Now, we got to ask the question because a lot of people are seeing these drones, all over the United States. And people just, they don't know what the fuck it is. They say, you had one man say the damn drone was the size of a goddamn a school bus. You see, or maybe he was talking about, but I know most definitely a SUV. It was a large drone. If it was a drone, a lot of people, of course, want to throw out that is a UFO or if it was a large drone. But when you ain't got a goddamn government that supposedly one of the most, if not the most advanced military on the damn planet, and they can't tell you what it is, is sad. That's a sad situation to be in. You got all this goddamn military, all this hardware, all this technology, and you can't tell us what the hell flying in the goddamn sky like that large. A lot of people were saying that the shit, was cloaking. So in certain areas, I don't know if it was the same goddamn drone, but people were saying the motherfucker was cloaking. You get near it, the motherfucker go black. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people is just trying to say maybe, the enemy has, is operating in the United States. You got Iran, you got China, you got Russia, that could, possibly, have drones in the United States. And that's very significant. That's very significant because, the first thing I thought of, yeah, yeah, yeah. The first thing that I thought of was the fact, like, goddamn, that southern border is wide open. Thank you, family. Black power. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put that up there. I'm trying to put up that heavy mental, family. But what I thought of was, if that goddamn border is wide open, you feel me? They can bring them goddamn drones in pieces, and then when they get in the United States, they can reassemble them goddamn drones once they get in here. You see, and so that's very goddamn significant that we, most definitely we close that goddamn border. Number one, that we close that goddamn border because I believe I heard the news. The border czar, the one that been nominated, and he even brought that up. But everybody's bringing up that's been, the military has already, brought up the fact that goddamn it, terrorists could be trying to come through the southern border, and so again, they could bring that shit over in pieces and reassemble that shit. So you don't know if they got a drone cell operating in the United States right here on this soil. And that's very significant that we understand that they could be, because a lot of people is looking out into the water, and normally, they'll have, a mothership where they'll just bring the motherfuckers on the ship. And then when they get close enough, say all drones can be hacked. Yeah, that's true. Or can they be? Can all of them be hacked? Shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. They probably got some higher level technology on some of them that maybe they can't be hacked. I don't know. I don't know. I had to do a little greater research. But, if, I'm thinking to myself, once an instrument like a drone become military, then it's got to be a lot of, and I hate to say that, but it's true. It has to be regulated. Once it's especially of a certain size. Especially of a certain size that it got to be regulated. You can't, once motherfuckers is using it, they could put a payload on that motherfucker. They could put a payload on that motherfucker and just ram it into some shit, And they were saying that some of them drones, they watched them, that them motherfuckers got some type of motion sensors on them to where they won't even crash, and they get near a building, the motherfucker know, that's a building and it won't crash, So you have to seriously take it into consideration once they militarize the drone, that any drone of a certain level, that's just like a goddamn car. Oh, you're going to have to license that motherfucker. You feel me? You're going to have to license that motherfucker. You're going to need it, with all the necessary to identify what the fuck it is. You got to identify. You can't have people with, these extra large drones and don't nobody know who the fuck flying. That shit don't even post. You flying over people goddamn houses and shit, with a drone that large. That's damn near like a helicopter or goddamn, it should be on that level. That, flight hours. When are you flying this motherfucker? Where are you flying it? You know, where are you flying this motherfucker? This is the routes and shit that you can fly it in. You know, you can't just be flying no goddamn drone the size, you know, that large and over you know, residential areas and shit. So, and that's very critical. And just to show you, you know, that, you know, people could do that and they laugh. They probably somewhere laughing because, you know, they like, I told you so. You're gonna have to tighten up. They're gonna have to tighten up. Either y'all gonna register these goddamn drones, and but you're gonna have to develop some type of radar. You know, and I don't know, you know, because I'm thinking that a drone is so small, it probably won't even show up on the goddamn radar. I don't know. You know, I don't know if it even show up on, you know. Yeah, throw on a drone or guns. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, they could be shot down now. I mean, motherfucker put the scope on them motherfuckers and knock them on out of there. It ain't a problem in doing that. But you don't want people just, you don't even want people to have to come to that shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to know, it's gonna have to come a way to, some form of a radar to even drones and shit, but if you got 1,000 guns, it don't make no difference because it'd be thousands and thousands of planes in the air at any given time, but they're gonna need some form. They're gonna need some. Yeah, I didn't see. Yeah, you say you heard one or two hovering above. Yeah, if they that goddamn big, man, they that's just unbelievable that they gonna allow that type of hardware, to be flying through the air. They should be treating them damn drones just like goddamn helicopters, airplanes, and the likes. That's just the reality because they didn't been militarized. And so, if they coming from overseas and shit, more than likely, in order for it to do any real damage, it's going to have some kind of weight on it to be able to carry a payload. You feel what I'm saying? To be able to carry a payload, it's going to need some kind of weight on it, and shit, but it could be doing reconnaissance, it could be just spying and shit, It could be spying and just getting information on locations and shit and this, that, and the third, so they could tweak them goddamn missiles and shit, to hit, they ain't no telling what they doing. They could be dropping sensors and shit, man, mapping out shit. Motherfucker fly over some shit, drop some sensors, that they could pick up on they shit, and so that they could pinpoint, perfect accuracy and shit, drop a goddamn sensor down on some shit. You don't know what the fuck they doing. Yeah. They all got some goddamn drones now. Shit, the United States got drones too. Them motherfuckers, they been knocking motherfuckers off. Shit, they been hitting motherfuckers for shit. They be, you know what I'm saying? Shit, they got some shit too. They all got some shit. But, they over here looking and shit and pinpointing and dropping sensors and shit. And you got the goddamn border wide open like that. That shit don't make no sense. Motherfucker come right on over here, assemble that motherfucker. They'll come over here and with that shit in pieces, especially if it's a nice size. And they'll bring that shit over here in pieces. And then when they get all the pieces over here, they'll assemble that motherfucker and then put that motherfucker in motion. And put it in motion. So, yeah, they're going to have to, number one, they're going to have to close that border. And then they're going to have to they're going to have to put something in. You know what? It's almost like you're going to have to, create another branch of the military, police, where you're dealing strictly with drones. You see? Yeah, they just put them on, bombs. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, they just put it, so you just going, just like you got the Space Force, you're gonna have to have the drone force. Is that necessary? Motherfuckers that's focused strictly on the drones. You know, you can't have motherfuckers unaware. It's in the age. It's in the age where they're gonna have to create a drone force. You hearing it from the general. So watch they start that shit up. You ain't heard nobody talking about that these motherfuckers could have brought that shit through the and you know they talking this mothership shit. I'm saying that the motherfuckers quite possibly came through the southern border with that shit in pieces and reassembled that shit over here and operating as a drone sale right here in the United States. But I'm telling you what I'm telling you, and you ain't heard it, but you heard it here. God damn it, they gonna have to create a drone force where that's a part of the military, the police that's gonna be strictly about drones and whatever technology that they're gonna need. You understand what I'm saying? To get that, you know, to deal with that. They got lasers that'll knock that motherfucker out of there too. They got fun, but they got lasers that'll knock that bitch clean up out the air. You see, that'll fry that motherfucker. You know, and so it's becoming, you know, and that probably be the, you know, but they saying they don't want to knock the motherfuckers out the air because that, you know, it probably fall down on somebody and shit and this, that, and the third. But you know what? It remind me, and I'm telling y'all this shit. And so if y'all hear this motherfucker, y'all come back. It remind me how them hawks and shit. You know what I'm saying? How hawk they attack some of them goddamn drones and shit. Some of them too large for them to fuck with, but you know that they swoop down on them goddamn, you know, on a smaller drone. So they're gonna have to create some drones that you know that could, you know, that can come and swoop down on a drone and lock that motherfucker, you know, put them clamps on that motherfucker and bring that bitch on in. You see what I'm saying? With some technology, just like people say, shut that motherfucker down, and the larger drone take that motherfucker on to the. That's what they're gonna have to do. You know, they're gonna have to have some drones that you know that like fighters and shit. You know, go up there and get that motherfucker out the sky. I'm quite sure they yeah, you could jam the second, yeah, but you want to just take control of that motherfucker ultimately. You could jam that motherfucker, but you want to control that motherfucker too. You see what I'm saying? You don't want the motherfucker to just fly off. You don't. I could see another drone coming on top of that motherfucker and taking that motherfucker, clamping down on it. You see, clamp just flying over that motherfucker, clamp down on that bitch, and you know, shut it down and fly that motherfucker on in. You know what I'm saying? Or just shoot that, you know, if it push come to shove, you're gonna have to shoot that motherfucker out the sky. If it's dangerous like that, you're gonna have to do something, you know. But if you could clamp down on it, swoop like it like a hawk, you feel what I'm saying, and clamp down on that motherfucker and take control of it. That's it, you know. That's what they're gonna have to do. It's got to be a drone force, and we're gonna talk about that because we are entering a new age where the drone is a poor man's Raptor, you know, F-22 Raptor. It's the poor man's F-22 Raptor or the F-35 and shit, whatever they, you know, this is the poor man's way of guerrilla warfare, you know, where they could just send drones over and shit and cause terror. Because you could bring so many of them motherfuckers. Just what happens if they send 10,000? You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. You know, 5,000 at one time. You know, that's crazy. How you gonna get them motherfuckers out the sky? If you can't get one out the sky, what if they just flood the goddamn sky with drones? What you gonna do? You know, and what if, you know, depending on how small the motherfuckers is, what if their mission is to drop sensors and shit and all that crazy shit? Motherfuckers better wake up. Yeah, I done seen, they say them hawks be trying to attack them goddamn drones. They do. Some of them smaller ones, they be knocking them motherfuckers out the sky. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, whatever they do, they could use lasers. They gonna start putting lasers on them goddamn drones and shit. Because they already got the technology. They probably already, I think some of them already got the laser on it. Yeah, that Predator motherfucking drone the United States got, I believe they got the, you know what I'm saying? They could be spraying something. You don't know what the fuck they doing. That's why they got to come out the sky. That's why they gonna have to, the ones out here, first and foremost, because they've been militarized, it should be illegal to have anything above a commercial grade goddamn drone. You don't need no drone the size of no goddamn car, nothing. If you shooting some videos and shit like that, you don't need no drone. They got some powerful drones that they can identify. Yeah, I mean, that ain't, on a military grade level that'll shoot all the best quality video that you need. Anything above that, motherfucker, is something up with that shit, and so they're gonna have to register them goddamn drones just like a car, and it's gonna have to be some flight in and some flight logs and shit. Motherfucker, where you going with this motherfucker? What's happening? Where you at? And get some definite lanes in which people could go. You can't be flying all over residential areas terrorizing motherfuckers. Yeah, they got an army of drones on the standby, but they got to get to you though. They could be somewhere. Yeah, they need to get, they need to get to these motherfuckers and find out who they is. But anyway, we most definitely on the hunt to help figure out what the fuck is going on. But anyway, family, as soon as we get some more information, we'll most definitely be the first to get it to the people. This is General Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang, bang, bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. If you're on General Seti, I want you to hit subscribe. If you're on Seti, I want you to hit subscribe. I want you to like this video because you love it, and Black Pop.